Welcome back. You're in the lounge on Word Radio, 96.1 FM, 900 AM. So it's Money Monday in here. It's Motivation Monday in here. We've had this question going, right? And shout out to everyone that's been like calling in, that's been voicing their opinion on social media. Here's the question. Should folks who are married have a separate bank account aside from their joint account, right? And that separate bank account, secret or not, right? Like, should that be happening? So we have a caller on the line, Maurice from Southwest Philly. Oh, we come up with some Black History Month facts.
That's right.
Oh, all right, come with it. Give me something.
Let me answer the question first. Definitely. Okay. Definitely should have separate accounts. You got your money together as a family unit, and then you got your side piece money.
All right, the side piece money.
When I mean side piece, I'm talking about, jewelry, clothes, and stuff like that. That's what I call side piece.
Okay, because I was like, okay, so the side piece money is for the side. Joan?
No, but it's good. You want to be in a family unit, but you also want to have a little bit of independence. All right? Something
Gotcha.
you come to daddy. Look, daddy, buy me this. You can buy it for yourself. Hey, mommy, get me this. No, you can buy it for yourself.
Okay.
All right? But let me get to this Black History Month. This is going to tie in with the football game, Gladys Knight, and Wyoming 14. Have you ever heard of them?
Wyoming 14, I have not.
Okay, let me break it down. When I watched Gladys Knight up there, it felt like she was singing to the slave master, okay? But they know that we're going to give her a pass because she's an icon. We're not going to give her a hard way to go because she sang there. And it killed me when she said, they made sure they got this on tape. I love my country so much. Oh, that killed me. I wanted to start crying. But so we know that movement is totally over with, okay? Now, as far as the Black History Month, and 50 years ago, the Wyoming 14 were 14 college football players that played for Wyoming University. Mm-hmm. They didn't like how they were treated back in 1969 as black players. So they wanted to wear armbands at the next BYU game because they were giving them a hard way to go, calling them monkeys and bananas and all that. They told their coach they wanted to wear the armband. The coach said, "I'll get right back to you." So when the coach called them to talk to him, he kicked them all off the team and took their scholarships.
Wow.
The community got so upset at what the coach did that they brought that program down to its knees. They weren't a top football team for years after that, and they fired the coach.
Wow!
So I'm just saying that ties in with Kaepernick.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what I've been saying for the longest time is, when the football players decided to make their move, we as the black public should have made our move. No, don't boycott the games. Go to the games and take a knee with the team. If you stand in the line getting popcorn, take a knee. If you're in the parking lot, you get there late, take a knee. If you had chicken and Pete's, take a knee when they play the national. Let people know around that, look, that's really important to us, and we ain't playing no games. But, of course, nobody did it. Stay away from the games. They don't care. They're going to sell a ticket to somebody else. So I just want you to look that up on YouTube.
I got it Googled, so I'm going to definitely look into this. Thank you so much for contributing to this Black History Month fact. Yeah, all right. So listen, y'all got something that you can Google tonight. Learn about the Wyoming 14. I put that in. It came right up. 1969 Wyoming Cowboys football team. You can read up more about that. I had no idea, and this is why we have the most amazing callers. But listen, it is also World Cancer Month Day. Look at me, Black History Month Day. It is World Cancer Day, and I am super excited to have Al Harris in the studio. He is co-founder of Cancer Who, and that's a nonprofit organization based here in Philly. I'm gonna let Al. Let me pause. I'm gonna let Al jump in. Al, say hi to you're in the lounge.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going? How you doing?
Good. How you?
I'm doing good. So yeah, let everyone know what Cancer Who is, what the mission is, all of that good stuff.
Well, Cancer is a 501c3 nonprofit organization to help take care of people with cancer. So we go to like chemo visits, radiation visits, doctor's visits, and we're basically like the extended family to the person and the family that's going through cancer. So we've been doing it, I want to say this is our 6th year, just basically just going around helping as many people as we can.
And so when you say going around to help them, like what are some of the things that you're helping them with? What does that look like on a day-to-day basis for you all?
Well, day-to-day, it's definitely a grind. Just from visiting about 3 hospitals a day, and probably trying to get to at least like 6-7 hospitals a week, and just basically going to these chemo visits, these radiation visits, and sitting with them the entire time, talking to them, just giving them the emotional support that they need, letting them know they're not by themselves while they're going through this. Because I know how I feel. I mean, I never went through cancer myself, but I seen my family members go through it. So it was like a tough time, and I know being a caretaker, how hard it is for those caretakers out there. So a few years back, a few of my family members had cancer. So my oldest cousin had stage 4 breast cancer. One of my youngest cousins had brain cancer, and my wife's stepfather had colon cancer. So this was all around like the same time.
Wow.
So what happened was I basically saw the different kinds of supports that all 3 of them was receiving. My wife's stepfather passed away. I wanted to create something that basically like was a whole in each one of their support systems. So, I mean, each one of their support systems was good, but I saw gaps where it could be support filled. And I really thought it would be like some big organization out here that really like fill those gaps and stuff like that, but it wasn't. So what I decided to do was create an organization on my own to basically fill those gaps. Just going, like I said, just going to these chemo visits and just sitting there through the entire visit. So I don't care if it was an hour visit, a 4-hour visit, a 6-hour visit, I'm gonna stay the whole time. So
let me ask you this. Just shout out to you for doing this work, because it's not easy at all. Emotionally tolling, I would imagine. That's kind of something I want to ask you about. You know, is this, at this point, the organization has been around for how long now?
6 years.
6 years. So tell us a little bit, like, is it just you and your wife? Do you all have a team of people that you dispatch to the hospitals? And I know you all do events as well to, you know, raise money and awareness. Like, how are you managing all of this to even provide this support?
Well, no, for the first few years, it was rough. It was a grind because it was just me and my wife. I want to say the past few years, we have been blessed to have some people walk into our lives and really help us take the organization to the next step. And I'm truly appreciative of those people, because like, you need a team.
Yeah.
You need a team, especially doing this kind of work.
Yeah.
So you need a team of people that could take certain kind of stresses off of you and also level you up. So we had a few people walk in and basically take us to the next level. Because it came to a point where I only could take it but so far. My knowledge was just as far as I mean, what I really knew.
That's the founder experience. Yeah.
Right. So just basic, and those people came organically. It wasn't like, I mean, yes, we were searching, but those people came from just seeing us grind and seeing us work and said, well, listen, we want to come in and help, and this is what we want to do for you guys. So, I mean, and that just recently came, I want to say, in the past 2 years, but for the first, like, 4 years, it was just me and my wife. I was working a 9 to 5, basically. Well, no, I'm lying. It wasn't even 9 to 5. When I first started, I was working a 4 to 12, and I was waking up at 6 a.m. every morning. Waking up at 6 a.m., taking my son to daycare. My wife was going to work, and then I was going straight to a hospital. Then I want to say about 3 years ago, I just quit my job. I just quit my job. I was like, I'm not happy here. Emotionally, I couldn't take it because I was leaving people at chemo. So I would leave them to go to work, and I wasn't like emotionally happy, which was affecting me emotionally and physically. So I talked to my wife about it, and I just like left my job. I just like quit, which was like crazy. So
and she was she still working?
Right,
like
she was
traditional 9 to 5.
Right, yeah,
okay.
she was still working. So that's when it like really got rough, because at that time when I quit, my wife was pregnant with our second child.
Oh, wow.
I want to say she was like 6 or 7 months pregnant. So,
well, she riding.
Yeah,
she was riding. She said, "All right, baby."
No, yeah, shout out to MJ. She was riding.
And MJ, see,
yeah,
the initials right there.
Yeah. So she was like with me 100%. Like, listen, if this what you want to do, this your dream, and this what you know, this what you see yourself doing going forward, like, let's do it. So, of course, financially it was hard in the beginning, but I had a vision. I really had a vision, and I knew that if I just had the time and I had the support behind me, I knew the vision would work out. But I knew I had to work though. So when I quit, I think at the time before I quit, I was going to the hospital like 2-3 times a week or something like that. As soon as I quit, I started going to the hospital like 4 or 5 times a week. I jumped from supporting maybe around like 50 families from the time I quit, which was like, I want to say like 3 years ago. From the time I quit to like right now, I think we supported over 200 families. So I like tripled my number by just quitting my job. But that work I was putting in, I mean, people just were seeing it. So like I said, they would start coming organically, and people would just start helping out. Donors, sponsors, it could be more, but they start.
Listen, hopefully, you know, we have folks out there who are listening, and if you're just tuning in, I'm chatting with Al Harris. He is the co-founder of Cancer Who. It's an organization that helps families bear the burden, the responsibility, I say, that comes with a cancer diagnosis. So really giving them the support that they need, whether that be going to chemo appointments with them or just providing other forms of support. And so he's kind of just telling us a little bit about the journey to building up Cancer Who and his experiences. And so, listen, I want to definitely invite you to call in and join this conversation if you have questions, or you just want to give Al some love, some light, some positivity. As you can hear, this has been a grind for not only just the families that you're supporting, but for your family, right, as well. So take a moment, call in 215-634-8065. Our toll-free number is 866-361-0900. We're also live on Word Radio, our Facebook page, so you can pop in there, even if you want to drop a heart emoji or something. Let us know that you're sending love to him. That's definitely appreciated. So let me ask you this: do you all welcome volunteerism to interact with the patients, or to help provide those support services, or how do you go about the team, building the team on that side of it?
Well, yeah, it's funny you asked that. So the team of people that actually came in and helped me, that was a part of like the level up, saying to me, Al, you can't do this all by yourself. I'm receiving hundreds of DMs a day about people that's going through cancer, how they need help. So they was like, listen, Al, you have to come up with some kind of volunteer aspect of the organization,
like a
where
system.
Right, yeah, where you can have people come volunteer and you can help more people. So what happened was we sat down and we came up with our ambassadors program. And our ambassadors program basically entailed basically, I don't want to say anybody, because you do have to go through an interview and a training process, but just people signing up to become a Cancer Who ambassador. And at first, I wanted to have like 100 ambassadors and thousands of ambassadors. So they was like, listen, Al, you gotta calm it down. We gotta scale it right. So what we did was we took our time, we scaled it right, we came up with the plan, and over the summertime, we mapped out the whole program.
Gotcha.
So St. Christopher's, they just saw me being there every day, like every day, and they saw me coming in, and they had denied me one time on a meeting about the ambassadors program, so I had ramped it up. I think I was going there 3 times a week. I started going there 5 times a week. I ramped it up. Then somebody from business development basically said, "Listen, let's have that talk. Let's have that talk about the ambassadors program." I think it was around like in September. In October, we signed a partnership deal with St. Chris to become a partner with St. Chris for our ambassadors program.
Congratulations!
Right.
Wait. That's no, we can't skip over that. Congratulations! Like that's amazing. And you know what? Yes, all the round of applause. The grind, right? Like not taking no for an answer. And I want to pause because someone is on the line who wants. They have a call for you. So Tatiana from New Jersey, are you there?
Yes. Hi guys. Hi Al.
Hey.
Hey, thank you for tuning in. So I hear you calling in for Al.
Yeah, so I first want to say congratulations, Al, and you're so inspirational to many families, and I want you to stay encouraged. But I do have a question. I want to know, because you have experienced some emotional experiences with cancer and personal, how do you keep it together? Because I know every situation is individualized. Everybody's journey is different. How do you keep your emotional, feelings together as you be supportive to other people with or without cancer? Because I know you support me, but technically with your organization, especially children, how do you keep it together?
That's a good question. So I want to say the foundation around me is very strong. One thing that I have, that I always have, was a great support system. And I think sometimes people don't, it's not always the blessing within you that's like your greater blessing, but sometimes it's the blessing around you that you could take advantage of, so that way you could be a blessing to others.
You gotta come through with this word.
So I always had the blessing of having strong support. This is just me looking at, coming from myself. I'm not the smartest or the most athletic or anything like that, but I always knew I had strong support. So with me creating a nonprofit, and even with me quitting my job, I always knew I had a strong support system. So I knew I can lean and basically bend on my support system to help support more people. So, I mean, me being out here basically jobless, that support system I had at home, to not even just financially, but just to come home to just talk to just come home to release some therapy, to even go to therapy, things of that sort. That was my major blessing to even doing this. So if I didn't have the support system, the strong support system that I do have, then none of this would be possible.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought up the support system and even therapy. I want to come back and touch on that topic. But we got to go, give thanks for our support system. So listen, you're tuned into the lounge. Shout out to our support system listening, all of our listeners and our sponsors. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back after these messages. This is 96.1 FM, 900 AM. Stay tuned.
Listen to Word Radio on the go with the Word Radio app. Search for WURD in your favorite app store today and take us with you wherever you go. Stay connected to Word Radio, independent Black media.
Since 1904, Philly's top sandwich pros and homemakers have always started the exact same way, with those legendary Amoroso's rolls baked fresh daily. Word family, put Amoroso's rolls on your shopping list for your kids' school lunches and your next family gathering. Want to make your very best sandwiches? Always start with the very best sandwich rolls. Pick them up today at your favorite supermarket or food store. Amoroso's, why Philly's sandwiches are world famous.
Listen live at wordradio.com. This Black History Month vignette is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Octavius Valentine Gatto was a black educator, intellectual, and civil rights activist, born in Charleston, South Carolina. He was also known for being a cricket and baseball player in 19th century Philadelphia. Gatto began his education at Vaux Primary School and then Lombard Grammar School, both segregated institutions. In 1853, he entered the all-white Allentown Academy. Later, he became a student at the Institute for Colored Youth, later known as Cheney University, where he taught until his death. In addition to his other activist interests, the Civil War increased Cato's activism for abolition and equal rights. He joined with Frederick Douglass and other black leaders to form a recruitment committee to sign up black men to fight for the Union and emancipation. Acting with Douglass and the Union League, Cato helped raise 11 regiments of the United States colored troops in the Philadelphia area. Cato fought fearlessly for the desegregation of Philadelphia's trolley car system. His crusade for equal rights was capped in March 1869 when Pennsylvania voted to pass the 15th Amendment, which guaranteed the right to vote regardless of race. This Black History Month, we honor Octavius Valentine Cato, a voice for social change. This Black History Month vignette was brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
This is Kyle Ingram from Peyote Vision. Shout out to Jay Brown and DJ Ideal Boyfriend, and you are listening to The Lounge on WURD.
Welcome back. You're in the lounge. I'm your guest host, Sincerely Sarita. And joining me right now is Al Harris, co-founder of Cancer Who. It's an organization based here in Philly that really just offers support for families who have the responsibility that comes with a cancer diagnosis. I want to take a moment to shout out all those who are tuning in on the live streams that we have going. Malcolm White, he said, and this is to you, Al, big ups to this brother. My mother had brain cancer, and I'm a cancer survivor, bone marrow. So shout out to you, Malcolm White, and appreciate the love that you send in to Al. And then I know I was just checking out what you have going on your social media, on your Instagram, and you know, there's a guy, Vittorio. I work at Spectrum Health Services as a medical assistant. I would like more information on how I could help. So shout out to the community, right? To our listeners who, like we said, you know, invite you to call in or to comment on the live, you know, just to keep some positivity and uplifting spirit and encouragement here for Al. But Al, prior to the break, you know, we're just kind of, you shared, you almost tried to skim over it. That your organization, right, which is 501c3 nonprofit, that you just 2018 October locked in a partnership with St. Christopher's.
Yep.
For your ambassadorship program.
Right.
Yeah.
So no, that definitely was dope. It'd be kind of hard.
You're such a founder. Like, yeah, that was a thing.
No, it's kind of hard for me to get hype about stuff because the only time I'm really hype about it is when I really like the minute because I dream it first. When I wake up, I'm super excited about it. But then when it happened, it's like the excitement then like passed away a little bit because I dreamt it and I know it was gonna happen. So
shout out to the foresight and the vision.
Yeah, so since I knew it was already gonna happen, like once it comes to fruition, it's just like all right.
Like, all right, got that done. Next.
Right, yeah, I'm basically on to the next one. But yeah, so St. Chris, they was just like, listen, we'll take this ride with you. We want to be partners with you, and I thought it was important that we become partners and not just like contractors. Like so that I think that was one of the things where as though we could have got it a little bit earlier if we wanted to be like contracted vendors. Yeah. But I didn't want to. I didn't step out of a job to basically go back to work.
To go back to work, right?
Right. Yeah. So that was the thing. I wanted to be partners, and that was one thing that I was like really keying in on. So becoming partners with them was like, it was cool. It was super dope. It was like a dream come true. And then I think I'm not too sure, but it was somewhere around like December. After that, we was working. The people seen us in the hospitals. We was working. And I think we had only took on 6 ambassadors because it was like a pilot program. We took on 6 ambassadors. People saw us working. Live Nation came knocking at the door. We signed a partnership with Live Nation in December, I think. Yeah, so it was in December.
Of 2018?
Of 2018.
So what y'all doing with them?
So they cool. Like they're very cool. Live Nation is basically, they're around. They see the kind of support that we have for the people that we support. So they're like, listen, we want to help you put smiles on those people's faces. So as if it's anything that we could do, far as like any live events, any shows, anything that would help put smiles on their faces, we're with it. All you got to do is just make the call, or we see you working and we'll toss you whatever you need. So we signed a partnership deal with them in December.
Congratulations again.
Right. So the ambassadors program, where we just opened it back up for February. Now it's like basically open. It's like a public program where now people can go sign up. You can either go to cancerwho.org, or if you want, you can more directly. You can email me if you want. Like I'm like so open. I'm like the most openest person in the world.
Well, drop that email for me.
Yeah, you can email me at teamovertime1@gmail.com. And that's more so if you want to just. I mean, the website will give you all of the basic information, but you can email me, and I'll give you more insight on becoming an ambassador. It's not really straining on the everyday person. Gotcha. And I made it like that just because I know, yes, you are helping somebody else that's going through cancer, but you also got a life too. Right. So I think the ambassadors only do 10 hours a month. Okay. They're obligated to 1 hospital visit and 1 outing a month. Okay. So for the entire month. So that's basically an ambassador program.
And is there an age limit on that? I mean, how is it like?
Well, yeah. At the moment, it's an 18 and over. Okay. Ambassadors program. In the summertime, we should be launching our junior ambassadors program, which will entail in some of the kids that we supported. They'll be coming back into the program, and they'll be going back into the children's hospitals, either that they were in or other children's hospitals, and they'll be supporting children.
That's so dope.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to be we're going to be launching that in the summertime. Okay. So we did that. We did the ambassadors program. Well, we signed a partnership, then we signed another partnership, and then we got some more good news where I had this like crazy dream for the past like 4 or 5 years where I swear I was going to open up this care center, like this Cancer Who Care Center. So every person I talked to and told about, they looked at me crazy, like, because I was like, yeah, I want to open up this big Cancer Who Care Center where people can come, all the programs is free, the families can come, enjoy themselves. We're going to have family night, play Family Feud, Monopoly, we're going to have therapists and stuff like that. So people was looking at me crazy like, so you think you're going to do all this for free, right? So I'm like, yeah, it's going to happen.
They think you're crazy.
Right, yeah. So they was like, yeah, you're tripping. So what happened was it started like deter my focus. People just was like, not negative, but people was casting their fears on me, and I was allowing them to. So I started to kind of go away from the center.
Mm-hmm.
So in November, well, no, in December, we was like on a roll.
Right.
So I was like, I was kind of feeling myself.
And you're like, you know what, we're
Right,
going to
yeah.
do
So
it.
I'm like, listen, we're going to take another shot at it. And my wife, once again, MJ was like, let's do it. So I was like, listen, we need some money.
Right.
We need some money. And she was like, well, yeah, like, we're broke at this. Now, at this point, my wife, when I first wanted to do it, my wife was pregnant with our third child.
Well, you got a way of dropping news, right?
She was pregnant with our third child.
Every time she giving birth, you try and birth something new.
Right, exactly.
Like, okay, we're going to be in labor together, baby.
So I was like, listen, we need some money. So she was just like, I don't know what we're going to do. Like, we giving all our all into Cancer Who or whatever. So I basically and literally just started asking. Like, that's like simple as I could put it. I just start asking people, social media. I went in my phone. I think I got over 5,000 contacts in my phone. I text everyone personally, not like a copy and paste.
Right.
So it was like, hey, hi, Sarita, how you doing? Blase, blase, blase. I just wanted to know if you could donate $1 towards the Cancer Who Care Center.
Mm-hmm.
I think I raised a couple dollars, but my wife, she had an angel come through to just say, basically, here go the bulk of the money. So we got the money.
She secured the bag.
Yeah, right. She secured the
Yo,
bag.
she really is MJ. She really is MJ.
She secured the bag. And then I want to say immediately after that, one of my friends down at TD Bank was just like, I see you working, you're doing your thing. Here go 5 racks. So she just gave me $5,000 towards the building.
Well, TD Bank.
Well, TD
Shout
Bank
out to TD Bank.
Shout out to TD Bank. Right. And we also signed a partnership with Dill. So, well, I want to say like a sponsorship deal with them too in December. So, yeah, that was like December. In January, we found the space, and that's how. So now we have the Cancer Who Care Center where all the programs will be free. Families can come down. We can have family days.
You did it.
Right, and we can have like celebrations. That's the main thing. I want people that's going through cancer to come down because we have like a big bell in there,
Okay.
a huge bell.
And where's this located?
3400 Richmond Street. It's in
Okay.
Port Richmond, and I want these people to come down and celebrate because I go to these last chemos, and yeah, they get to ring the bell. But to me, I like to do everything big.
Mm-hmm.
So the bell was like a small bell, and they really don't have to they really don't get to have all of their families down there to actually see them ring the bell.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, your family been going through with the whole fight, but because they couldn't take off of work that day or something was going on, they can't see you ring the bell in that journey. So that's one of the main things I want to happen at the Cancer Who Care Center. I want you to come down, have that celebration where you ringing that huge bell, and your whole entire family gets to see you in that journey, and y'all can party in that space right there.
Nice. So listen, if you're just tuning in, I have Al Harris, co-founder of Cancer Who, in the lounge with us. If you just want to call in, send some good vibes. Congratulations to Al. Look, do that. 215-634-8065. 215-634-8065, and then toll free 866-361-0900. Again, that's 866-361-0900. But Al, jumping back in, so at this point, do you all have a prospective launch day, grand opening that's happening?
Oh, for sure. So our official grand opening date is February 17th. It's open to the public.
Oh, this is like right around the corner.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely coming up. February 17th. I would love to see every person that even liked a Cancer Who post to come down and just come celebrate with us, because honestly, if it wasn't for like the support that we was receiving from family, friends, social media, if it wasn't for like people like them, none of this would even happen. Like, I don't want to sound like cliche, but it's the community that really built it. So I feel like we should party with the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, February 17th, everybody come down 1 p.m., have some fun. We even got some giveaways for the first 50 people that come down.
Okay.
Yeah, we just gonna have like tons of fun. It's gonna be.
And so drop that that address again, and then let us know. I guess are you all doing like RSVPs? Because you said this is a free event, right?
Right. It's a free event, but yeah, like the RSVP. See it. This where them 4 women gonna hurt me at. The RSVP list. I had a list where I was supposed to be sticking to a certain number of people coming, but I would love to see everyone come down. 3400 Richmond Street, Port Richmond, Philadelphia. Come down 1 p.m. Sunday, February 17th. I want to see everybody down there. We're going to have a good time. Whoever wants to come and ring the bell, please come ring the bell. We have a bunch of surprises inside the center. I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, we do have a bunch of surprises for people to come down and see. It's a lot of visual. I'm very into like artwork and visual stuff, so it's going to be some artwork. There'll
be that component of it.
Right.
Okay.
There will be some good visual down there. So yeah, like I was saying, I just want the community to come out and just come see the space and just come feel the love, like because. Yeah. I want you to come in feeling the love, and I want you to literally walk out mad. So that way, you walking out mad because you're like, yeah, I gotta leave, but I can't wait to come back.
Right.
Right here. So come in feeling the love, walk out mad because you know you're gonna want to come back.
All right. So the 4 women that he spoke of, Al's team, his core team. He is the only guy on that team, and those 4 women, they handle like logistics, they handle PR and communications, they handle all of these different things, right? And so that's why he's saying that they're probably going to kill him because he wasn't sticking to that number. But if you want to prevent Al from catching, you know, all out whatever from them, I did my homework, right, and I Googled. It's on Eventbrite. You all have a registration on Eventbrite.
Yeah, we do.
So if you just go to Eventbrite and you can, you know, in a search engine, just put in Cancer Who with the question mark, Cancer Who Care Center Grand Opening, you can register there. And in that way, Al's team won't take them out. And they'll have an idea of how many people are going to be showing up. And I tell you, as someone who has produced events, it really does help when people RSVP. So listen, go ahead and register. Like you said, it's free. So, you know, if you have time on Sunday, February 17th, 1 p.m., meet Al at 3400 Richmond Street. Yeah. So I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a break. But I told you a little earlier that we have this question going for Money Monday, right? And so if you all missed it, the question is. We've been getting some interesting responses. The question is, should folks who are married have a separate bank account aside from their joint account? Okay, and why or why not? That separate account could be secret or not. Al don't answer yet. We're going to come back on the other side. I want to hear from Al, and then I'm going to let y'all know what some other folks are saying. But listen, you're tuned into The Lounge. I've been here talking with Al Harris, co-founder of Cancer Who, nonprofit organization based here in Philly, offering support to those who are battling cancer and their loved ones who are in that fight with them. We'll be right back. 96.1 FM, 900 AM.
Vital Signs, Wednesdays on Reality Check with Charles Ellison, 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. right here on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Streaming live on WordRadio.com.
Are you a union contractor in the tri-state area interested in becoming part of a major casino project coming to Philadelphia? Gilbane, Cordish Companies, and Global Synergies LLC invite you to a pre-bid contractor information session Tuesday, February 5th at 6 p.m. at the Universal Alden Reed Charter High School, 3301 Tasker Street. This meeting is open to the contracting public. Bid package information will be discussed, and the project estimating team and representatives from the Office of Economic Opportunity will be on site. For additional information, contact Jeffrey Smith at 4globalsynergies.com or call 215-642-2201.
Support independent black media and join the Forward movement now at 215-425-7875 or visit wordradio.com.
I ain't no better than you, and you ain't no better than me. But we all have something in common. We all are species, seeds of God's creation.
Tune in to Messages in the Music every Friday night with Joey T, midnight to 6 a.m. right here on WURD.
What's going on? This is Asher Roth, and you're listening to The Lounge on Word Radio.
Welcome back. You're in the lounge. I'm your guest host, Sincerely Sarita. Sitting here chilling, busting it up with my guy. He's my guy now. Like I feel like I didn't learn so much about him. Al Harris, he's the co-founder of Cancer Who. That is a nonprofit organization here in Philly. And that essentially, listen, they're just helping families bear the responsibilities that come with a cancer diagnosis. Al just shared that they have their grand opening of the Cancer Who Care Center. That's happening Sunday, February 17th, 2019, from 1 to 4 p.m. That location is 3400 Richmond Street. If you would love to register for that event, just go to Eventbrite, type in Cancer Who, it'll pop right up. But listen, if you can't make it, they also have this option for you to donate, right? And they have, let me just run this back a little bit. Within the past, 4 months, it sounds like, they have secured partnerships with St. Christopher's, Live Nation. They have sponsorship for the center from TD Banks, from private donors who have all made this possible. So those partnerships have enabled an ambassadorship program to now happen for folks who are 18 and over and want to get involved and volunteer their time in supporting those who are, in the fight and the families that are supporting them in their fight. And then it sounds like you got to keep your eyes open because come the summertime, they may there's talks of opening a junior ambassadorship program, which is, I just think that is so amazing that, you all you want to have the children that you were serving at one point, go back into the hospitals that they were in to help other kids, to be that support for other kids. I think that's really dope. So shout out to you all. But so before we went to break, I told Al about this question because it's also Money Monday here. We brought Al on for Motivation Monday. So before he goes, he's definitely going to give us some good motivation. But we brought him on specifically for World Cancer Day, which is today. But Money Monday, the question is, should folks who are married have a separate bank account aside from the joint account? And that separate bank account could be secret or not. But, Al is married. How long you been married?
I've been married for 3 years. We've been together for 14 years.
Okay. Oh, so y'all got timing. Y'all got super timing.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on this? Because we've heard from a lot of women. So I've been like, within the last hour, like I want to hear from more guys. What's your thoughts?
Well, honestly, the joint account. Well, for real, the joint account should be an account that a couple should hold. In a separate account, I want to say me and MJ, we tried it. Mm-hmm. It didn't work out for us, but not because of like nothing secretive, but just because like I would spend all my money. And I'd be like, yo, but I feel like it just depends on the relationship, the trust factor. Mm-hmm. The trust has to be there. So I really think that if you trust your significant other enough to have a joint account, you should trust them enough to have a separate account, not secretly, but have a separate account. I think that's where some of the problems stem at today, where it's like big trust issues.
Yeah,
financial is probably like number one, but yeah, I just look at it as like it all starts from like that joint account. I mean, if you're going joint with them, I mean, they can just walk in the bank and take all your money at any time. But if you having some kind of like secret account or like offshore account or something like that, they don't know
he took it offshore,
right? Yeah. No, my friend got one of them. But yeah, if you got like some kind of secret account that they don't know about, I mean, that just shows their significant other. The trust is not there. But what if to say if they find out about your secret account and you don't know they found out, they can just walk into the joint account and just take all of the money. So it wouldn't make no sense. Yeah, it wouldn't make no sense to have a secret account. I mean, what you do in the dark does come out in the light. But.
Well, listen, there you have it. Thanks for chiming in on the Money Monday topic. Definitely appreciate you. And I told you before, like, really just, I'd applaud you. I really just wanted to make sure that, we had this opportunity to have you come on, and especially for World Cancer Day, and just let Philly know, let all of our listeners know, around the world, what you have going on. And listen, if you're hearing this and you have it in your heart to support, please do. This is a great cause. Al, it sounds like you and your wife and your team have put a lot of work into this. So I know we got to get ready to let you go. But I wanted to make sure, especially given the time and the energy and the effort that you have put in to the community that you serve, right? The cancer community that you serve. And then also just your own experience with 3 members in your family who had cancer. I mean, any words of motivation or encouragement that you might offer those who are caretakers or who are currently battling and or winning against the cancer, I should say.
Well, yeah, just in general, just try to walk with no malice. I know I want to say the whole 2018 I had like a lot of malice in my heart, just towards people, just for, I don't know, just for like crazy reasons. But I just like started praying. That's really what it was. I started praying, and I just really started like releasing the malice out of my heart for like a lot of people. Like, because for real, in all actuality, I didn't really know why I was mad. I probably was mad at them in the moment, but I wasn't really mad at them to be like just done with them. So once I released all the malice out of my heart, and I really start forgiving people, not even for like what they did or what we were going through, just forgiving them in general. Like, that's when blessings just started to come. So what really happened was I opened the door and I just let like a lot of garbage out, so that way I could bring my blessings in, so I can make room for my blessings inside the room. So that's what really started happening. Like, I had so much malice, and I was so mad all the time, and you would never know it, because I would always appear to be happy in public, and a lot of things that was going on, and it wasn't like really like nothing at home or anything like that, but it was just that just frustrated, just like every other like entrepreneur or person that's running a nonprofit organization. I thought I should have had more support. I thought I should have had better, like more financial help. I thought a lot of stuff, and I thought my thing was always, you know, if you put the work in, people will come helping. So I'm like, I'm putting the work in. I'm working hard as I can. I'm trying to support my family, and it's just not happening. So I'm like, what is it? So I just realized, like, I just had to release some of the malice out of my heart, so that way the blessings can come in. So that's like my message nowadays is like what you mad for? Like, cause you being mad, you basically like you just in the room fighting with the devil since you want to be mad. So I mean, when you in there rumbling and fighting with him, how God gonna be able to come in and give you some blessings? Like, nah, you got to be able to stop what you're doing, stop in the moment, really think about what's going on, because you can be going tomorrow, or somebody you love can be going tomorrow, while you trying to fight and go through these things in your mind on why you mad at a person or why you mad what's not going on. Just release that malice out your heart, and then that way you'll focus on your blessings, and then just keep working, and then just keep working. Like when I started, I didn't know no one. I didn't know no one that I know now.
But like specifically when you're going into, and I know we got to wrap up in like a minute, so I want to make sure we get this question in with a quick response, and then, you know, do the shameless plug. But, you know, when you're going into these hospital rooms and you're sitting with, you know, cancer patients, right? Human beings who happen to have cancer. Like, are there any words of encouragement that you give them? Or, you know, like I don't know. Like, I want to make sure that if there's someone out there who's listening who has cancer and they're in the thick of it, or a caretaker who is tired, right? And they're just like, I'm trying to just do the best that I can. Any words of encouragement that you would offer them?
The first thing I say to everybody, from the first day I see them, first day we start supporting them, is, I got you. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't ever going nowhere. So, I'm not just saying that because like it's like one of our slogans or anything like that. Like I literally mean it. Like, I got you. I'm not going nowhere. So when you beat cancer, I'm gonna be right there. But after you beat cancer, I'm still gonna be right there. So I just want you to be comfortable. Like I just want you to be comfortable, and I want you to know that you got somebody riding with you. You got somebody to fight with you.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on, with our listeners knowing that they have Cancer Who. That's here for them. That's here. And now we have the Cancer Who Care Center. So, you know, when you have those moments where it's getting a little rough, or you just want to be around community, folks who have been through what you've been through or who understand it, you can now go start on February 17th for the grand opening. You can go to Cancer Who Care Center. Yeah, anything you want to plug, socials, any of that? Like, where can people follow the journey at?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, you can follow us on every social media platform at Cancer Who. Yeah, and that's been, just come follow us. The main thing is we just want the support. It's not always about the money. We just want the support. Yeah. Just support us. And
I mean, as a nonprofit though, y'all, donations help too.
No,
donations are important.
We welcome the donations. We love and need the donations. But yeah, just come support us. Just come support us, and we gonna support. We gonna support y'all. But that's all we really want at the end of the day is support.
All right. Well, listen, we've had Al Harris. He's the co-founder of Cancer Who, the nonprofit organization based here in Philly. They're now actually getting ready to celebrate their grand opening of the Cancer Who Care Center. That's happening February 17th. That's a Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m., 3400 Richmond Street. Al, thank you so much for joining us in the lounge and vibing out with us and just letting everyone in the lounge know a little bit more about what you do. And
no, I appreciate this. Yeah. And I'm gonna put you on the spot. So you come to the grand opening?
Am I coming? Yeah, I'll come.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll come. Of course. I mean, I can't just do this and then not show up. I would love to come. And I didn't get to ask you the name Cancer Who, but like, where did the name come from? But we can talk offline, and maybe I'll pop it in the live stream. Shameless plug that we have going on Word Radio's Facebook page, so you can tune in there. But listen, we're going to go ahead to break. We'll be back on the other side, and then we're getting into some Money Monday stuff, okay? Stay tuned. This is The Lounge, Word Radio.
Young and woke. Fridays on Wake Up with Word, hosted by the rapping professor, Dr. Aaron Smith. 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. right here on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD.
At Dietz & Watson, we've spent over 75 years focusing on the details. This can be traced back to our founder, Gottlieb Dietz, who learned how to make Frankson sausages the right way in Germany. Today, each one of our delicious offerings is meticulously crafted using perfected details. Because if it isn't good enough for our family, it isn't good enough for yours. To us, the details make all the difference.
The law offices of Rhonda Hill Wilson have been fighting for the rights of injured individuals and medical negligence in nursing homes for 25 years. Rhonda Hill Wilson will guide you through the often complicated and confusing legal process to help you obtain a fair outcome for you and your loved ones. The office is located at 1500 JFK Boulevard, Suite 820 in Center City. For more information, call 215-972-0400. Check out the website, rhwilson.com.
Celebrating Black history all day, every day.